Hi, it's Dr. Ron Kaiser here from the Mental Health Gym. And today I'd like to talk about something that we all face once in a while. We all make some decisions that don't go the way that we wish they had. Uh, Nobody really decides to make a wrong decision or a decision that isn't going to turn out the way that you want. You make your decisions based on the best information that you have at that particular time. And ultimately, no matter how many times you may think or overthink it or how impulsively you make it, ultimately, once you make that decision, then you're stuck with the consequences. For most of us, most of the time, those consequences are pretty good or at least not very bad. You know, the reason that we think about things before making a decision is so that we'll make generally wise ones. Sometimes we don't have all the necessary information that limits us from the decision that we can make. But once we make it, we are then left with the consequences of that decision. And sometimes those consequences can be really excellent, and sometimes they can be pretty lousy. Most of the time, they're sort of in the middle of the continuum. It's a reasonable decision that usually works out, or well, I wish I'd have gone to that other movie, or I would have ordered that other meal, or I would have spent the hour with this person, or I wouldn't have picked up that phone call, uh, recognizing that it was going to interrupt me, and so on. Most decisions are not overly consequential, and the results generally aren't too earth shaking. But when we make wrong decisions, when we make decisions that don't turn out, because again, we don't really make wrong decisions because we're making it on the basis of the best information available. But when they don't turn out, there is a tendency among most of us to think about at what point could we have done something different, said something different to make the decision come out better, to make a better decision. And we all make some decisions that don't turn out well. The critical thing to recognize is that when we begin to overly question ourselves, it's only good up to a point. It's only good if it provides us with information to be able to make a better decision under similar circumstances in the future. Too often, the more we think about it, the more we may feel badly, but we don't have a great guideline for making another decision because that type of decision may not come our way again, at least not for a while. And some people have gotten into some pretty poor situations, job wise, marriage wise, other friendship wise, and so on. And probably all of us have had some really consequential decisions. But once they're made, learn from them, think about it enough to be able to acquire any of the learnings, and then move on. If it was certain, it would have been an easy decision to make. So it's when we start second guessing, we are forgetting about the term guessing and kind of replacing it with certainty. It's not called second certainty, it's called second guessing. And second guessing is always better than first guessing. It's just that you don't get a chance to apply second guessing to a first decision. So let's not overthink decisions that have been made. Let's extract whatever knowledge we can to help us in the future. And then don't spend a lot of time doing unproductive thinking. You know, uh, I don't think we can totally be free of saying, kind of kicking ourselves a little bit. But if you kick yourself a lot, then it starts hurting. And then the secondary pain from the kicking becomes worse than the decision. So Think in terms of the facts. Second guessing is a guess, just like the first one was. Uh, and a guess means that we didn't have certainty. When we have certainty, we can make the right decision without it even being a decision. When a lot of guesswork goes into it, as a human being, we're going to be right good share of the time. And if we gain from any mistakes that we made in the thinking process, we'll be right a lot more and make better decisions in the future. But those are the future decisions, not the ones to obsess about and second guess from the past. Hope this is somewhat informative and that you may have some comments that can help others in the decision making process. And until next time, then, it's Dr. Ron Kaiser. Hope to see you around the mental health gym. Hope that you are having a good day and that your decisions will be good ones, at least for the most part. But when they're not, don't spend a lot of time on second guessing. Take care now.